How we doing, people? Let me know if you can hear me all good. Yeah, what's going on here? It wants to be here. Why does it want to do that? Come on. Play nice. Come on now. There we go. That's better. Yeah. Welcome everyone. Welcome to another live stream. Today we're going to be jumping into some more... Oh, hang on. My light's being a bit weird. 1 second. There we go. We're going to be jumping into some more We Few Survivors. So today, some of the things we're going to be doing is environments. So today we're going to be jumping into some environments. We're also going to be building more metahuman DNAs for our lovely cast to be able to put their mocap on. And then speaking of mocap, we are going to start exploring mocap. Now, the thing is, whether that is full mocap, so face, body, and fingers, purely depends on what the time is by the time we get there, and also depends on whether this project wants to play nice. I built a retargeter for Vicon, which is the mocap that we used for body. I created a retargeter for that to retarget it to metahumans in the original movie, and I've migrated that exact tool to this project, and it's not working, it appears. So just to keep things a little more interesting while I do live streams, we might not do that, and I will do the boring troubleshooting in my own time, and then we'll be able to do some more fun stuff. But yeah, should be fun. Next Saturday as well, guys, I think we're gonna probably start diving into some cool stuff with infected, so making some characters that look like infected. We've got clickers, we've got bloaters. The tough ones to make, because there's not really any models out there, or at least not very good models out there, are runners and stalkers. Those are the two that I'm going to have to probably make custom, and so that will be fun to explore that next stream. I tried to get it ready for this stream, but it's just a little complex, so it's going to take a little longer than I thought. But for today, we're going to have some fun stuff to do regardless. So let me just open up this scene here, and then I will share my screen. There it is. Let's duplicate that, and then I will share my screen in a second. I don't know why it's so damn hot in my room today. Got the windows open. There's no heating on. It might be this giant light that's pointing right at me. That could be part of the problem. But yeah, this PC, this new one it's much better at self-regulating its heat, but it does still get hot because of the stuff I'm doing on it, so. But this is almost open now. So come on, open. Cool. Nice. All right, let's screen share. Okay, so this is a pre-made asset of a cabin. We need a cabin in our piece of We Few Survivors. What's going on here? Let's make this a little... I'm a professional, guys. I want to make this a little nicer. I like how run down it is. My main issue with this is it's too small. It looks cool, but it's way too small in comparison to the layout in my mind for We Few Survivors Part 2. So we're just going to dive into this, and essentially we're just going to create some fun set extensions to this thing. But it's already looking pretty incredible, and I'm pretty happy with it. There's some weird auto exposure stuff going on here. Let's see what is in here. Because again, the issue with it being something pre-made is there's often weird stuff that people have put in, and you're just like, why does this exist? Light mass importance volume. Why have we got this? Is it because it's using baked lighting? It could be because it's using... What happens if I delete it? Nothing. Cool. I'm happy with that. That's all fine. Where's your post-process volume? Where the hell is it? Okay. So you've got something going weird with their exposure. Yeah, why have they got it on auto? Come on, guys. No one does auto exposure. It's bad. Unprofessional. Okay, cool. So we're basically just going to build this out. And the cool thing about this being in this like weird looking giant environment that you're seeing is I can then, once we're done with this, we can drag and drop it into our scene and it just works, which is very cool. First of all, let's tidy this scene up by getting rid of everything outside, because anything that we have in this level will be brought into our main scene, and we don't want any of this stuff. We don't need any of this. What is this? Compass. Why is there a compass down here? Door. That's fine. Oh, I know why the compass is there, because this is probably for levels. Hello, mate. Sir Sam. I don't know about that, but yeah, good to see you, mate. Good to see you. How's it goes? It's going well, mate. It's going well. It's been really busy. I've honestly not been able to work on this project as much as I wanted to this week because I've just been so busy with this Rococo video. They said that, you know, they recently announced these like new gloves, and they wanted me to do like an honest review of them and just like see if they were something that I liked, and if I didn't like them, and you know, if I didn't like them, what was it about them that I didn't like, and all this different stuff. So they had me doing stuff with that, and so it took up a lot of my time. So I wasn't able to do as much as I wanted to with this project this week. But I'm currently in a place now where I'm actually very excited to just get right into this, because I don't need to worry about other projects right now. You know, my time is my time after work, because I have a full-time job, but my time after work now is a lot more free, which means I can focus a lot more time on this thing, which means I can ultimately get more teasers out there for you guys to enjoy. So yeah, things are good. I hope things are going well for you as well, wherever you may be. Okay, we're not going to delete any of this. We're just hiding it because it's going to be a lot easier. Oh, nice. We can just hide the whole roof. Hell yeah. What about porch? What does the porch do? I want to keep the porch because I want to know where it is in comparison. Ceiling. Let's hide the ceiling. Nice. There we go. Great. So now, so this is what we're looking at in terms of layout for this cabin. It can be better. It's quite small right now. I think that's my main criticism is this thing is very, very small. Nothing wrong with a small cabin, but the layout that we have for We Few Survivors 2 is just bigger than this, so we're going to make this bigger. I honestly would like to almost, maybe not double the width, but certainly close to it. So let's select all of this wall, Is it all the planks individual things as well? Bloody hell. Okay. And we are going to, because this is the door, and does that work? Yeah. Yeah, something like that. And then we're also going to make it a little longer as well. So we're going to bulk this back up, and it'll probably be about there. Dang, that's awesome that you're staying busy though. Yeah, things are going well. Trying to finish an animation I'm working on. Feels like it's taken a while. It's cool because I'm learning new stuff. Yeah, mate. I mean, look, making animations are no joke. Animation is, you know, a lot of people know this, so I'm not saying anything new. But animation is the most time-consuming part of the whole process, man. It's no joke. People who are not in the industry or are in the industry but don't do animation, they don't understand how complex animation is and how ruthless you have to be in order to nail stuff. You kind of go a bit insane, you know? So, no, good on you for sticking on it. And it's, like you said, working on stuff is always so much fun because you learn a ton, you know? So I'm wishing you all the best with your project and that it goes as smoothly as it can for you. But yeah, stick at it, mate. Stick at it. All right. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna just make this guy a little wider, a little nicer, a little more spaced out. The kind of it's not established in the piece and it's not necessary for the plot, but something fun that you guys can know since you're taking time to watch the live streams, whether you're here live or watching it after the live stream. The little story with this cabin is that there's this hunter in the woods, and this cabin's right by the river, and so he's like a hunter slash fisherman, and he just obsessively lives by himself, is very paranoid, understandably so because of the apocalypse. And so this is his cabin where he's been held up, but now it is no longer being looked after. And there's a reason for that, which is shown in the piece, but I don't want to say in case I spoil. I say in case. It will spoil. In case it spoils. Come on, Sam, you're the director. You know if it spoils or not. Yeah, we're just going to work through this environment. We're going to make this thing look really cool. Then we're going to bring it into our forest environment, see what it looks like, see if we need to refine things a little further, refine the lighting, etc. And then we can move on to some metahuman stuff and explore some facial mocap stuff. And I can show you guys what it is that I do to get good facial capture out of my actors' performances. I say my actors' performances. It sounds a bit weird, but you get what I mean. You get what I mean. Okay, yeah. Let's now, we're gonna... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. What is this plank? What is it? Where is this? Ugh, it's up there. What are you doing up there? Okay. Smell toast. Maybe I'm on this new diet right now. I'm trying to I used to be in really good shape. I used to do a lot of boxing, and the last few years I've had a lot of injuries and just a lot of personal issues that's like caused me to do a lot of binge eating to cope. And so I've gained quite a lot of weight. I'm not usually this heavy. And so I'm on this diet right now trying to get back to what I used to look like. And it's so funny because I've just completed, I'm 2 weeks into it. So I've barely started. I'm only 2 weeks in. But like my sense of smell is so much sharper now. Like just my body is, you know, it's interesting seeing how your body just continues to crave things. I just find it quite amusing. You just smell weird, you know, like the slightest scent of things, and you're like, oh, like just then my brain went, oh, toast. All right. Do let me know, by the way, if the music is too loud, if it kind of dominates my voice. Do let me know, and I can turn it down. Or if it's too quiet, I can turn it up. It's not really the most special music. It's just copyright-free music, so can't do much there. I'd love to listen to some proper tunes, but then the moment I put it up on YouTube, the whole thing gets copyright struck, which just sucks. So, well, not struck, claimed. I don't know what the right term would be. Okay, we're just gonna get rid of this. I don't know. Oh my days, are you kidding? We'll bring back his paintbrushes, because this hunter liked to paint in his free time. It's funny, he's not even in the piece. Well, technically he's in the piece, but he's not like a character that really has any significance, and I've just created a backstory for him. But I like to do that with my characters. I think I'm very inspired by the games of The Last of Us and how they just create stories, right? Like they don't have to do that, but they decide to create these really cool stories that you can discover through the, what are they called? The notes, the little notes that you can come across in the game. And it's like you can just walk through a space and there's just this whole story of people trying to survive and it didn't work out. And it makes you go like, oh damn, yeah. This is a whole world that's lived in, and there's people that, you know, probably felt like they were going to survive just like I feel like I'm going to survive, but they didn't. So I try and take inspiration from what Naughty Dog did and do the same with my pieces, and do everything I can to try and really make them feel lived in and authentic and real. I'm certainly not the best at it. I've got a lot to learn, but I'm getting there. So that's about where it stops. Okay. We're gonna have to figure this out. The police, they're here for me. Move that along here. Okay, interesting. So does that mean I can just do this? Why is it so warm in my room, man? It's crazy. It's cooking. Cool. Okay. So we'll put this over here. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a lot of work to make this feel lived in, because right now it doesn't feel right. This all looks cool, but this whole new area we've created feels messy. Let's find out where these floorboards are. Nice. Those will be useful, because we're going to get through these. Howdy. How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for jumping in. Just working on a creepy cabin for the piece right now. It's going well so far. Just expanding it. This is an asset pack that I bought. It came with a cabin, but the cabin was a little too small. So we are just building it out and making it look a little more interesting. What the hell kind of decal is this? No. What is causing that? What is it doing? Oh, it's causing... Oh. That's so random. There we go. The hell are these? It's kind of cool. It's like hunting. They kind of look AI generated though, which is a little disappointing. So I'll probably replace them. Replace them with some real photos. Because fuck AI. Okay, we need to figure out what one of these is gonna do the job. Is it gonna be this one? I think so. What value does this have on the Z? On the Z? There we go. Cool. Let's line this up, see what this does for the look. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. Just duplicate this over a few times. We're not really going to see the back of the house that much anyway. We're going to see it at a few glimpses, but nothing significant, so this is absolutely fine. Hey Yash, how you doing? Good to see you. Long time no talk. And even longer time no see. Hope you've been well. Just making a creepy cabin for some creepy people to be inside of. Or one creepy thing to be inside of. Which I will not say, because it might loosen the impact. Yeah, but yeah, basically guys, what we're going to do is just build out this structure, and then once I'm like happy with what this looks like in terms of structure, we can really refine things to an extreme level, you know, really try to make this look special, refine the lighting, add some more history to the layout, make it feel really worked and lived in, you know. Great. Good to see you, man. Missing you guys. Yeah, missing you too, Yash. Missing you a lot. Let me know when you're back in the UK, whether that's for a long time or short time. We'll find some time to catch up. Gonna work alongside your stream like the old days. Nice. Yes. The good old days where you would hear me just saying every swear word under the moon to my PC. Guys, doing visual effects is much like assembling furniture from IKEA. Losing your shit is part of the process, okay? If you're not in the VFX industry, it's pretty much that. When you're assigned a shot or assigned a project or just assigned a task, the job often, the emotional way that you progress through it is often very similar to building IKEA furniture. You have to lose your shit at some point. So real. Do you composite all your stuff in Nuke? So I used to not. So all of my projects up until now, I've used DaVinci Resolve, which has Fusion, which is essentially Nuke. It's just Fusion's version, right? And it's very good. Fusion is very good. But because the industry standard is Nuke, I had to learn it. And now that I know it, I am exploring, because basically after I render stuff out of Unreal, even though it's fully CG, I want to put it through some sort of post-processing, some sort of level of, I guess in simple terms, push, to take it from looking like just a CG render and really try and make it look as photoreal, cinematic as possible, make it look like it was captured on a real camera, you know, really try and trick the audience into feeling like it's as real as possible. That is my goal. Your goals might be different with your projects, but for me, that's what I try to do. And so in that situation, rendering out like render layers and different passes and file, you know, and feeding those through a Nuke scene, I think will be far more beneficial than what I have been currently doing in DaVinci. I am actually a lot more confident in Nuke than Fusion, despite me using Fusion for longer, but I'm self-taught when it comes to Fusion, whereas Nuke, I actually have had to use it for my job, for multiple jobs, and so I've really had to have a good, solid understanding of it. So I am kind of... I gave up on photorealism a long time ago. Hey, never give up. Never give up. We keep pushing. Love, Death, and Robots does it. Secret Level does it. Hell, one of their episodes is made in Unreal Engine, and it looks freaking insane. So that's my goal. I'm trying to, like... That's my golden carrot on the end of a bit of string in front of me I'm trying to get to. I'm like, I'm going to make this look like their stuff. But yeah, what was I saying? With Nuke. And so the cool thing is I'm in the process of trying to figure out a template, building a template in Nuke, which I can render out specific passes from Unreal. Those get fed into Nuke. Nuke then just is able to, through the settings that I've already set up, apply a post-process look to every single shot and render it out, and just no issues. That's my goal for this project. And I think with what I know and what my friends know about Nuke, I think I can definitely create something that will push this specific project beyond just looking like Unreal Engine generic render. Which, if any of you have used Unreal Engine, you understand what I mean when I say that. To be fair, I use Blender, so photorealism also takes forever to render. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, then that's the thing, is like, the great thing with Unreal is that it's really fast at rendering, but you do lose some of that photorealism. It does start to look more like a video game. Still looks cool, but it does look more like a video game. And so in this situation where I don't want my piece to look like that, I want my piece to look as cinematic as possible. And I do not have the time at all to be doing path tracing. So I'm going to be using Nuke to push Lumen, basically. So, you know, using Lumen, using Nanite to make this render as photoreal as possible, but also as quick as possible in terms of render time. And then take that, shove it into Nuke, let it cook for a while, and then see what we get. And hopefully it's You know, something that looks really cinematic. I haven't done any proper tests yet. I've been trying to build a script that that will take all the passes that I know Unreal Engine has that would be useful, and feed out something that looks good, but I haven't done any official tests yet, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been doing. Okay, this is looking all right. To be honest, Nuke only looks intimidating once you get to know it. There's no going back. Yeah, it is. It's an intimidating one for sure. Like, I think, honestly, I would say it's as intimidating as Houdini. When you initially look at it, if you know nothing about it, you just see a bunch of nodes and a bunch of lines plugged into different nodes, and you're like, looks like a giant spider web. I don't know what I'm doing. And then you hear Adobe's evil voice in your ear whisper, come back, overpay me so that I can crash on you and make you angry, come back. And many fall to that voice and go back to the evil Adobe, but only the strong resist and stay with Nuke. But yeah, I would recommend anyone to try and at least dip their toes into it. I think the toughest thing is there's not a lot of tutorials for Nuke. It's actually really bad. Like, when I was trying to teach myself, there was legitimately almost like no tutorials. I was like, really, guys? And the tutorials that there were, like, the mics were so shit. The ones that these people were using, I could barely hear them. You could hear the fan of their AC in the background just going, and it's like the video's playing at 10 frames per second, and you're just like, how am I supposed to follow this? So it's definitely one of the tough ones to get into, but it's absolutely worth it to get into it. It just takes time, you know? And we've all got time. Yeah, okay. When I jumped from SFM to Blender, it felt like going from a bike with training wheels to a spaceship. And then trying Maya felt like trying to ask an eldritch being to do the dishes. Oh, that is... I am going to use that. That is an incredible way to describe Maya. That is such a good way. So, in other words, I get how jumping programs feels. Yeah, it's tough. That is such a good way to describe Maya. Yes, that is it. It feels like you're speaking to this god and you're going, please, can you wash my dirty underwear? And you're like, Rip, come on, bro. Yeah. I think, like, one of my biggest issues with Maya, though, is that the people that develop it, they keep adding new stuff to Maya, and it's like, cool. The thing you've added is cool. I'm not trying to criticize you for adding that. Thank you. But at the same time, here's 50 million things in your program that aren't working and are broken and you need to fix. But instead, you just keep adding stuff and not fixing things. And that's ultimately what... That and the price ultimately is what led me to just walk away from Maya, and I now just use Blender. Or, you know, my current job at Framestore, I do have to jump into Maya, but the majority of my work is around Unreal Engine now, and then my personal projects are a combination of Unreal and Blender. But yeah, it was weird getting back into Maya. I was like, oh, I haven't been here. I was like a bit of PTSD going back. I'm like, oh, haven't been here in a while. Oh no. Okay, let's I think this is looking okay. Let's add a fireplace. I almost said let's put a fire in there, but that would make no sense or whatsoever for there to be any kind of fire. So we will not be doing that. That looks fine. This is a huge... This feels off. This feels off in scale. Am I wrong? This feels very off in scale. Like, if that's the size of the bed, and this is the... That feels wrong. That feels way too big for that bed. Am I wigging? You know? Like... Hang on. Let me bring Laura into here. Laura, the character. Let's bring her in here and let's just see. Oh my days. Oh, okay. For a second I thought she was massive. I was like, what the hell? Okay. Let's bring her in. Hey Laura, how you doing? Oh, a bit of a glaring sun in your eyes. This chair is massive. She looks tiny. I mean, she is tiny. She's 14, but that's comically large. Ain't no way, bro. This thing's way too big. Are you kidding me? I'm scaling this down. Scale is completely off. There we go. Now this is like way too big. Why is all the scale of these things off? So this is the issue when you buy an asset pack, you're not guaranteed to like actually get stuff properly done. Like the scale of these things are completely whack. You got to get consistent scale, otherwise that's like the biggest giveaway that what you're doing is fake. Okay, that feels better. I might make you a little bigger. Whoa! Let's try 0.7. That feels better. That feels like more appropriate in terms of scale. That feels more realistic. Like, I'm okay with a little variation. There's nothing wrong with a little variation, but when it gets distracting like that, and it looks like the what's the fairy tale? The one with the giant beanstalk? The giant and the something. Jack? Is it Jack? Jack and the giant beanstalk? Something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I hate that this is all... Oh, okay. Oh, nice. They already did that. Let's turn off the snapping. And let's delete that, because this is going to be where we're going to put another one of these. Another one of these. There's a back door, but this back door isn't a door. It's like boarded up. Put a fire in there, and if anyone asks, let's just say someone forgot to put it out on the outbreak day. Yeah, it's the eternal flame. The first human-made eternal flame. Someone's just midway across the state trying to escape the outbreak and goes, oh shit, I left the stove on. Like, brother, that's the least of your concerns right now. Nice. Cool. Okay, we need to mess this up way more. This is way too clean for my liking. I do not like how tidy this feels. I don't like that bed being there. I'm going to be honest. I don't think I like it. I think I'm going to put it here. That makes more sense for me. Like, a person would put a bed here. Because this is kind of like, it seems like workbench kind of food. So it makes sense that his bed would be like in a corner. It's a little cozy. It's right by the door as well. Easy access. I feel like over here it feels a bit unnatural to have a bed. Although I guess he would have the view of the whole place, but it does feel a little weird. So, yeah. Okay. Cool. We're going to start making this look more like a post-apocalypse cabin rather than your average hunting cabin. Okay. We're going to change the song. There we go. I would put a hat. Why not? Kind of looks cool. I don't know. Makes sense. Oh wait, we've already got a hat over here. Let's say he has two hats. I'm gonna say a guy likes his hats. Nothing wrong with it. We're gonna change the sun here because it's cool being directional and all, but it's kind of stopping me from being able to see what I'm doing. And I don't really like being in unlit mode for too long because you can start to lose perspective on how everything is interacting with one another in terms of shadows. And so I don't want to set up a ton of stuff and then realize that it doesn't even work, you know? Okay. Yeah, why not? Let's put some ugly ass chains. Although I think this will be something we do later on once we have the ceiling. So I'm not. I think let's focus on the ground, Sam. Focus on the ground. Let's get the ground looking messy. Okay. Where's the material? What? What? Brother. Where's your carpet material? What? Bro just gave me a carpet without the carpet. Unlit mode, yeah. I don't, it can be useful for certain things, but it's like... I think one of the things I hate most about unlit mode is this. Like, why can't you just show me the albedo, like the base color of the metahuman? This makes it so hard. Like, if you're trying to animate metahumans, whether it's facial or body, if you're trying to animate them in an environment that's really low lighting and meant to be quite eerie in terms of lighting, like the whole benefit of having unlit mode is that I can go into unlit mode and then I'm not restricted by what I can see and I can just animate. This doesn't help me. Why is this a thing? I don't know why they still haven't solved this, because I'm not the only one that complains about this. So, but yeah, anyway, quit bitching, Sam. Yeah, this looks okay. It's a bit on the big side. Feels probably would make sense for it to be like that, because it's near the doorway, so it makes sense that it get pushed up against, you know? And of course we're running into issues with it clipping. That's not good. Just adds a little more interesting detail. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, okay. Let's just continue. Let's put some baskets here, like he was planning. Planning to take some baskets out, and he never did. Cool. Try to avoid like plants and stuff. Well, no. It could help balance it out a little. We'll see. We'll see. Oh. Feels very barren. Not go away. That's just floor. Oh, wolf's head. That's kind of cool. Bad omen. Yeah, I kind of like that. Main workbench. What? Okay, I'm just gonna ignore that. Oh, storage. No, that's not. Come on, man. Really? Is this all you got? Toilet paper. Guarantee you that's rare. Oh, he's already got some in there. Why is the scale off? So this is scaled 1 to 1. Yeah. Why is the scale off? Why is he Alright, whoever did this. Yeah, look. Why have they scaled everything up? It's annoying. Why have they done that? Okay. I'm getting distracted by things that are irrelevant. So I'm going to try and not let my ADHD do what it does. You gotta go. This looks sick so far. Good luck. Thank you, mate. And you'll probably be back later? Hell yeah. Alright, man. No worries. Take care. Thank you for dropping by. Okay. I might look in one of these other asset packs that I have because there is not as much as I thought there was going to be in that one. I'm kind of disappointed in it, to be honest. What is it called, though? It's called, like, Safe House or something. No, that's not that. There we go. Safe House. Here we go. Some more interesting things. Oh, shadow confused me. Yeah, that looks all right. I mean, it's a little bright. Let's adjust the materials. Is it even doing anything? No, it just makes it less. What? It just. Okay. That's just not helpful. Can we go inside here and okay, we're going to add another parameter. All right, calm down. Convert this to a parameter. We're going to call it base color brightness. I've got my caps inverted. Whoops. Right. Base color brightness. Set it to a default value of 1. Hit apply. Close that. So now, yep, we've got base color brightness, which means we can make this look a little more. Although I think I'm going to shift the hue of this to more of a brown kind of. But let's see how it affects. It's just purple. What the hell? Where's brown? It just turns purple. Okay, never mind. That's not happening. Let's just drop the saturation and brightness curve, something like that. What is this? It's not doing much. It's okay. We need the sofa. There is a sofa in here. I know there is because I've seen it before. And I remember because I saw it and I went, hey, that looks like the sofa from Corridor Digital. And you'll see what I mean when I find it. Where the hell has it gone? It's not going to be called sofa. Oh, it is called a sofa. See what I mean? I mean, it's a little bluish here, but nothing that a hue shift can't do. Make it more of a green. No, that's not going to work. Yeah. What was I? Okay, do that. Yep, that works. Anything else? I mean, we could. Come on, load. I want it to feel like this guy was like a proper hoarder. You know, like he just gathered everything he could. That's a pretty cool knife for a survivor. Because this feels a little too old. And the idea here is, you know, this is post-apocalypse. This isn't actually Red Dead Redemption. I guess if you play Red Undead Redemption, then it would be post-apocalyptic. But for our story, we just need the post-apocalypse. Oh, I actually kind of like the idea of there being lots of trash here as well. Like he's a hoarder. Just making it look, you know, just making it feel gross. Like you would see this place and you'd be like, yeah, I know that stinks. I know that place has got some funk. It's got a table. It's got tables, right? Yeah. Put like a telly there? Could put a telly there. That would kind of make sense. Maybe. Basically, what we need to see something hide. So we're going to see something peeking around the side of this sofa, and then it's going to scutter away. And I don't know if... I feel like that works quite well. Because, like, I'm thinking cinematography-wise, you have stuff in the foreground. Whereas I think if it's... Yeah, I'm just going to stick with this. But it does mean that I need to figure out what the hell I'm doing with this area. I can't just... Unless we... Oh. That's not what I want to do. Unless we move this fireplace. And then move this to like here. Huh? Because now that feels, composition-wise... Oh, that's a little too much. That feels quite interesting, composition-wise. Just enough variation. Yeah. Alright. And we can add some stuff here. Make this look a little more interesting. Why is this? This is wrong. Why did I do that? This is wrong. This is so wrong. What the hell? There we go. That looks better. We'll keep Laura here for scale. Yeah, that chair was scaled up way too much. That was terrible. That makes sense. Like it's been pushed by the thing being constantly pulled over. And then, what if this is like a workbench? Like another workbench, you know? Like, he actually had some, like, tech and stuff over here that he was fucking about with, you know? Maybe there was a car nearby that he found and he was trying to figure out how to get it running, you know? And that's why he has all these parts. And this is like... He's like living off the land. He lives right by the river. So he probably fishes a lot. So it would be cool to get some stuff that looks like fishing. And then this is like all his crazy traps because he's super paranoid of all the infected that are nearby. So that feels quite cool. Are these made up names? Malilu. It might not be made up. I apologize if they're not, but excuse me. These look AI generated though. I apologize if they're not, but these look AI generated. So I will be getting rid of them. I will be replacing them with some other photos. Can I replace them? Or is it one thing? Werewolf. You spelt werewolf wrong, but that's okay. We don't judge. It is. Okay, that's alright. What I'll do is I'll go into Photoshop and just replace these with something that makes more sense. Like maybe some photos of infected and stuff like that, you know? Like he's tracking areas of the forest where certain types of infected are mostly being seen, you know? Great thing about this being a cabin is if I need to raise parts of the floor to make it match the carpet, it's fine. Because it's old ass wood, and wood bends and molds with the heat and the cold, so this isn't weird. This is actually probably going to help add some more interesting variation into the look of the room, instead of it looking a little more generic. Cool. I think we're going to entirely move this to here. Because that feels weird otherwise. Move this down. And we will move this down. And we will move this down because we can. Because why not? There is a decal here doing something. What is this? Go away. Oh, I see what it is. Wait, is it? It's like... Oh, I see. It's just adding... Well, I don't want any decals on the carpet because it kind of just looks weird otherwise. I don't know. It just looks a bit bizarre, I won't lie. I won't lie. But that looks cool. It makes it feel like dirt and stuff has been brought in day after day. Someone has scuffed their boots along the floor tons of times. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Excuse me. Okay, let's fill up this desk with some stuff. Let's fill it up with stuff. Actually, sorry, I'm getting distracted again. But I want to... I just want to fill this space up. Like this bit feels... I mean, we'll fill this up, but this bit in particular just feels a little... Has this not got material on it? What kind of wood palette is this? This is so bright. I mean, maybe it's meant to be. Maybe it's meant to be really clean. Is there like a dirty wood palette? That could be cool. A generator. He's been using it for his own electricity, and it's... I mean, by now, it's certainly certainly not working anymore. But that just adds a little cool variation into the room. Got some cans of food, so we can put these over here on this table. Cool. Oh, bloody hell, there's a lot of food in this. Get distracted. Oh, it's like a wooden chair. Okay. Maybe then it makes more sense to put this over here with the tech. Yeah. Makes more sense to put this over here. And then we get this guy. Yeah. This feels more right for this to be. Yeah, that makes sense. We'll come back to the desk. My dyslexia, sorry, my ADHD has strongly informed me that it doesn't want to do that. It wants to do other things. So ooh, let's put a guitar here. Why not? Let's say this guy played guitar sometimes. Is it really The Last of Us if there isn't a guitar? Come on now. Yeah, no, they are some pretty cool assets. Some of them were ones I've bought, and some of them are ones that were free. Not usually free, but were like free for the month. And you know me, Yash, I watch that shit like a hawk. Every month I am looking. I'm seeing what is free for the month. Actually, you know what? It would make sense if because I mean, he's right by a river. Yeah, so he would have like water storage. He totally would. He would have water. He would have a big water storage. Yeah, no, that he totally would. Yes, exactly. You do. I'll be watching that shit. This is why this is kind of my favorite part of the process. It's just that you get to like brainstorm, like live brainstorm. No pun intended with me live streaming right now, but you just do get to just basically do these real-time brainstorms of, oh, I think there should be this and this is why, and you just get to come up with all these crazy ideas and end up with a final product that you are happy with. Now, this environment is only in one scene, and it's a very short scene, but I really want to get it right. in terms of environment. If this doesn't feel lived in, then I fucked up. So it's very important to me that I overdo it and get this right. But yeah. Welding machine. Oh. Welding machine? Is this a welding machine? I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. It's alright. Wires are always great for just adding visual noise. I don't know, like, they just do, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, yeah, cool. Just adds something. It just adds something really nice to the layout and just really helps it feel more lived in, more properly lived in and used, because as we all know, wires always find a way to get tangled, and so it's always great to try and get it right. So yeah, this was a Safe House asset pack that was free 1 month. It's very nice. This is the abandoned cabin that Laura falls into. Yeah, this is a cabin that Laura falls into and comes face to face with a stalker. It's right at the beginning of the movie. So when I said that something ducks there, it's because it's a little stalker. Just goes wah, and ducks back there. And she's here, and then she sees the door. She's like, shit, I gotta make it, and just books it. Which this actually, my brain went, I need to move this because that wouldn't work very well. But actually, it would be kind of cool if in one of the shots, just to add to some of the chaos, if as Laura runs, I animate this box getting kicked by her, and then using just like the collisions in Unreal, so not like a complex sim, literally just like generic collisions, have this like fly off or something. That could be cool to, like, she's not even noticed that there's a box there. She's so scared and trying to get out. So yeah, could be cool, could not be. I'll only know once I start properly doing this shit. So this can be like, this is a car battery? It is. Oh, it's a repair. It is a battery. Okay, cool. So we can go with the idea that it was like, he found a car. He found a car and he was trying to repair it. Let's put some tools up here and let's see what this looks like. I've done this the wrong way. Yes, I've done this the wrong way. Oh, no. Wrong one. That feels better. That feels better. I know we already have a map over there, but I think I'm going to add one of these maps. I think I'm going to add one of these maps here as well. Oh, I forget where they are. Come on. Where you at? 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 Oh, you're probably right at the bottom, aren't you? Yes, you are. How big is this? Oh, my days. Big. Big. I'm going to scale you down just a little. Calm down. Oh, another fun fact, if any of you guys want to know where in America this piece is set. I was working on the environment of the forest, and I was talking with my brother, shout out Evan, and we were discussing it because he's helped me. He's a very talented writer. He's actually writing a book. I think he's done. I think he's done with it. I think he's just refining it at this point. But he's almost done. But he's a very good writer, and so I'm very inexperienced when it comes to script writing. So I was asking him stuff about like how to get this thing right, and we were trying to figure out like where in America it was placed, where it was set. Because he asked me, he's like, "Where's the set?" And I was like, "We don't specify because we want it. You know, it's the idea is that you just don't know." And then he suggested a place, and I'm trying to find where I put it. Let me see if I can find it, because it was in my it's in my Google history. I can't find it. 1 second, guys. This is going to be worth it. This tangent is going to be worth it. I promise. Actually, I'm just going to find it myself, because I know where it is. I just don't know what it's called. Let's find it. Come on. Yeah. So we decided on that it is set in Oregon, in the forests in Oregon. Oh, I just whacked my PC. Whoops. Because it just looks just like what the environments already are. And it's also not far from where We Few Survivors... Sorry, it's not far from where Last of Us Part 2 occurs. So it's kind of cool. It's like within the vicinity. So that we thought that was quite cool. So he had a good suggestion there. And there's a lot of like beautiful photos if you go to Google of Oregon and its forests and the lakes and the rivers and everything. It's very moody, and yeah, it's just very cool. It's been very useful for reference trying to build out the forest. So yeah, that's a little fun fact. Fun little director's fact. If you watch the live streams, you will be the only people that know. Well, not the only people, but you get what I mean. Yeah, I mean, see, this feels a bit blank, though. I don't know. I don't like this. I need to fix this. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of bullets. I don't think we'll go with that. That feels a little... Yeah, that feels better, like he's used some. Would it be here, though? No, he wouldn't put them there. He would put them... He put them here. Yeah, that's where he'd put them. Next to his hammer and his knife. And next to his duct tape. As we all do. I need some other stuff to put on the wall. There's like post-its, and it's so annoying that they're orientated this way. King? Who is this guy? The Last of Us does a really good job at picking its locations and making them look good. And as a Yinzer, I am pissed that they removed Pittsburgh in the show. So I'm glad you're using a real place. Did they remove Pittsburgh? Wow. I've not followed the show as heavily. I prefer the games. I don't know. I felt like the show cut too much for the sake of cutting. It's like, it's basically just a movie. I understand there's certain bits you got to cut because it's built around a game mechanic, and it feels weird to build a movie or a show around a game mechanic. But there was just a lot that they cut, and I was just like, why? That did not need to be cut. That worked. But yeah, so initially it was just never going to be specified as a place, but now, I mean, it isn't ever, like, I will be upfront, there is no part in this where they go, wow, this is a really sketchy area in Oregon. Like, no one says that, okay? You just kind of look at it and you see the area, right? But the majority of this piece is set around a forest area, so it's not important to know where it is. But if anyone was to ask me, I would say it's set in the forests of Oregon, because when we saw the photos of those forests, we were like, yeah, that's literally already what the environment looks like. So that's great. That works so well, and it's on the West Coast, right near where the Last of Us games are set, so it works. Okay, we're just gonna fill this out a little bit. What does this say? I'm like snooping in this guy's asset pack and seeing what they've written on this. What does this say? Fuse map. Okay. Interesting. Bit random. But we move. Go off. Go off, king. Sorry, I'm not going to say that again. That was very cringe. Why has he got a... Okay, I thought that was something else. Why has he got a photo of that? Wanted. Okay. I hope these are... Oh, wait, it's the same guy. This must be the guy that made the asset... Okay, cool. This must be the guy that made the asset packs then. That's pretty cool. That's kind of a little fun Easter egg that all the photos are ones that they just took. So that works. Just a little. Just a little. Still alive? Is this guy still alive? Who is this guy? If that's his dad, that's kind of disrespectful. I'm not gonna lie. Still alive? He looks like that? No, I'm kidding. It's probably not it, but it's fun to joke about. These are all jokes. That's the one we've already used. Okay, these are just too small and it's kind of driving me insane. So we're gonna use these instead. Is this all reverse? Oh, it is all reversed. Whoops. There we go. So where is... So that's LA. And then San Francisco. So yeah. Oregon. This is the state where We Few Survivors is set. And California. I'm trying to find Santa Barbara. There it is. Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara. That's in the second game. you go to Santa Barbara. Abby goes there to look for the fireflies, and Ellie goes there to kill Abby. To try and kill her. That's very cool. Yeah, so they're only they're neighbors. Now, you might be thinking, some of you, maybe not all of you, but some of you might be thinking, Sam, why are you putting so much effort into some pieces of paper on a damn wall that no one is going to look at? Because A, I'm a masochist and I just like to punish myself, I guess. I don't know, I'm figuring this out. And B... More importantly, B, it does matter. These little things are what make a place feel lived in. In those establishing shots, it's the subtle little details that sell it as being a lived-in place. And without it, it can feel quite fake. So it's important to get it right. You know what? I will say this is missing a window. I think we're gonna have to duplicate. Yeah. Oh man. Nice. This will work. This will work quite nicely. Cool. And then let's just adjust this. Every VFX artist is a masochist. True. So true. That looks better. Because then we can get some really cool, like, God rays coming through. As well as here. And here. And here. So, actually, the fact that that window is there means that when we have this shot with the stalker, we're going to get some really cool side lighting on it with some rim lighting, and it's going to look freaky. Rotoscoping existing is proof that every VFX artist is a masochist. Couldn't have said it better myself, Yash. Couldn't have said it better myself. Hey, what the hell? We'll put this photo here. People are like, huh? I don't know why that's in the asset pack, man. It's not actually it. I know it's not actually it, but still, when I first saw it, I was like, huh? What? Is this like what the hell's happening with this material? Is this intentional? It's like a negative of... Oh, I see. Yeah, it must be like a... And what's great is that... I mean, I know it's a negative, so it's a bit hard to make out. But that is pretty much what the environment is like in this piece. So it actually kind of works quite well that is there, you know? Although, I don't know if it... Yeah, it would stay standing. It would stay standing. Okay, let's go back to doing some more set dressing. I could totally see one of these being here. But it wouldn't glow because there's no power. Is it glowing? Yeah, it looks like it's glowing. Why isn't it? Dude, why? No, you have. You've got a parameter for emissive. Oh, it's there. I missed it. Sorry. There we go. There we go. brightness curve. Make it a little darker, a little more interesting for the creepy cabin. Because I think initially it looked cool, but it looked a little too much like we were in the olden days, you know? And that's not... Oh, just whacked my mouse over. You know, it's an old cabin, but there's modern equipment in it. And so it's that kind of eclectic, you know, I'm too concerned about staying alive to actually think about tidying up kind of look. That's what we're going for here. So it's that combination of everything. And then we're just going inside different ones and just playing with... This has got an emissive on it. Why has this got an emissive on it? What is emitting on this? Emissive? What? Okay. Didn't know coolers emitted light, but all right. That's better. That looks more degraded, less looked after. The more we can make this place look run down, the better. Or a radio would be quite cool. Uses this to listen out, you know, desperately hoping to hear something, some good news, please, finally. Alas, nothing comes through. Let's go back up to the top. Let's see some... What is this? Anti-corrosion. Oh, this is just auto repair stuff. Okay, no, we don't need that. That's... I want more human things. Human clutter, you know, that just makes a place feel used. Like, if you guys are sitting at your desk, look at your desk. It might, you know, even a clean desk, you have things like, you know, my desk is clean, but I have little mementos. I have little things that I use as tools sometimes, you know. I've got a multi-purpose tool. I've got a few 3D printed things my mates have made for me. I've got a coaster for a coffee cup. I've got some other mementos that family members have given to me, some stuff I've bought for myself. And so it's not like this perfectly clean surface. So if your environment is not feeling as realistic, maybe start looking at adding those crumpled tissues. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, so I think it's important to break up the visual noise whenever you can. So I try to do that. Like this guy probably puts shit under here because he can't be asked to actually put it away. So there'd be things here. Coffee stains, yeah, exactly. Lots of coffee stains. Cool. Okay, this is starting to feel pretty good. I do want to find some other stuff to put on this. Oh yeah, like this. Maybe some like pieces of a gun. That could be kind of interesting. Like cleaning your gun, taking it apart and cleaning your gun. That could be something quite interesting to have different parts. Yeah, I mean, we need to build it out a little more, make it look a little nicer, because this is... And the thing is, lighting is going to do a lot for us. This is not a well-lit area in terms of... Once we're finished with it, it's not going to look bright like this. It's going to be quite dark, quite low visibility. So it's also thinking about... That's why I zoom out, because it's like, okay, what little details are you going to notice? And then what little details are not going to matter too much? And I'll know more once I start having my shots set up. Because once you have your shots set up, you know exactly what's going to be visible within camera. And then you can really hone in the detail. So for this stuff, I just like to try to refine it as much as I can, all things considering, but not go too crazy that I then waste time on segments that aren't even going to be seen. So I like to kind of find that nice middle ground where I'm like, yeah, that looks cool, and then just move on. Don't waste any more time. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with that area. I'm pretty happy with that area. Honestly, it looks pretty good, in my opinion. I mean, I think maybe this could have something here. Let's have a look. What stuff have we got? Have we got anything here interesting? It's a gas canister, but I don't really want a gas canister. I want more like stuff that could be on the ground, maybe, that I could have reasonable explanation as to why it's laying on the ground. Nah. Yeah. Tile grouping. No, that's not going to work. That just looks weird. That looks weird as hell. Yeah, we're just going to leave that. Honestly, I'm happy with that, with it as it is, so I'm not too concerned with going over the top. But if there's little things that I'm like, oh, that would be nice to put that on the floor, then I won't hesitate to do so. We're just gonna have a look. This all looks cool for other parts of the piece, but I don't need them now. But this is actually really nice to know that this is all here for the other sequences. This is all very large scale though, so this is practically useless for what I'm doing. Yep, okay. All right, let's move on to the ceiling. It's actually... let's make this look like a cabin again. So if we bring back the ceiling, holy... We are missing quite a lot, ladies and gentlemen. So let us fix this, but not entirely. We don't want it to be perfect. So I'm actually... Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Yep. Nice. honestly, the main bit that I'm concerned about is the roof. I don't know how I'm going to make that look good. It might be easier than I think it's going to be, but I'm a little concerned. Kind of adds something, doesn't it? Yeah, that looks okay. Let's now break this up because this feels a little too consistent, a little too pretty. There we go. And then we'll do the same here. To turn around. So it's this. We're getting there. And then it'll be really cool to actually bring it into the environment. But we have to make sure that we only have this building in this level before we drop the level into our main level. This is something called a sub-level. And sub-levels are a good way to basically have a little pocket where you have one little mini environment or mini part of your full layout, and that basically means that you can be very granular and work on things by itself without the intrusion of all the other assets around it. Okay, I'm not concerned about this gap yet because I want to see what this looks like with the roof back. If it looks bad with the roof there, then we'll fix it, but let's bring the roof back. Ooh. Okay. All right. Problem numero uno. What is this doing? Okay. So, okay, I need to think about this. If this was a building with this structure, how would it work? It's a shitty structure. It was built with a little expertise involved, they probably would have just kind of winged it whilst they made it. Let's look at some reference. Old cabin. Yeah, that's just old cabin. Let's just see if there's any with the kind of look that this one has. If I find one, I will show it to you guys. I mean, that's not... No, that's looking the wrong way. Trying to find one that has this, like, kind of front porch area, because I want to see how it would affect the layout. Okay. Is that... right. The issue is a lot of this reference have the roof rotated by 90 degrees. So this whole section needs to be rotated, and I don't want to do that. That's just complex. I want to use what's already been done here. I don't want to overcomplicate it. So to avoid that and to be lazy, what am I going to do? Because I don't want to move it. I don't want to move it more central, because I don't think it will work if I do that. I think it will look a bit weird. Let's keep looking. Okay, some of them just have just an additional section of roof that just goes across. Like, it's just kind of like, yeah, it's a bit wider, just put another bit of roof there. That seems to be kind of of these older cabins, that seems to be the layout that they do. They don't have, or they just have one singular large one. So I mean, realistically, that would be the way I do this, is it would be one singular thing. But because I don't want to, because I'm lazy, this isn't lined up. It's annoying me. I really don't like that. Why is this? What's going on here? Hang on 1 second, guys. See, I'm focusing on other problems instead of solving the real problem. Spoken like a true artist. Focusing on smaller issues so that you can avoid the big one. Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do now. I'm just going to duplicate the right side and make it just like an additional bit of roof that was like just kind of added on in a shit way. You know? I think that kind of works. I mean, it works. It works for what we're going for, you know. Yeah, that'll be fine. And then let's just take a section of the roof. Let's take this section, for example. And we're just gonna duplicate it over and see what that looks like. Looks a little too clean, so we're gonna fix that. Fix that. Get rid of that. And we're gonna get rid of that. And we're gonna get rid of that. bit of moss and algae and it'll look proper. Exactly, Robin, exactly. Absolutely. Yeah. And what it does is you get these really interesting, because we're gonna light it inside. Like, this is not going to be the lighting. We're going to make this like much more interesting. But by having these kind of holes in it, it is going to, you know, create opportunities for interesting lighting with little bits of rays of light kind of piercing and bleeding through the wood, you know, which should look pretty damn cool, if I do say so myself. What happens if I just that kind of I don't like the snapping. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Did I add any planks? Oh, I do have some planks. There we go. Not that we're going to see this part, but we might. And so, because I haven't fully decided on what type of shots. So, if I can have the option, I will take it. All right. I don't like the material of this wood. It doesn't match this one, and so it feels weird. It's annoying me, so we're going to fix that. What's going on? Oh, my number lock is off. Oh, I see. It affects everything. That's annoying. All right. This is how we get around it. Why isn't the instance on this? Why isn't it? Okay. All right. Not to worry. We're gonna duplicate. Oh, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. No, this is not. We're gonna do it this way. Okay. We're gonna do that. We're gonna rename it. I'm gonna call it planks. So we know it's only for the planks. And we're gonna come inside the material. Pause. And then we are going to create a parameter, and we're going to call it base color brightness. We're going to set it to a default value of 1, which just means normal. Plug that into the base color. And now we come out and create a material instance. And there we go. Create a material instance. Go inside our static mesh and apply it. And then I'm just going to check if this is... Are these all the same planks? No, they're not. And this is why I wanted to check. I wanted to check how many variants are there. Seems to only be the 2. Nope, I was very wrong. There's a lot of options. Okay, so we're going to open them all up. Amazing. And we are going to give them all this new planks material. so that they are being adjusted separately to our logs. I'm okay with a little difference, but this just feels like two random assets being slapped together. I don't like that. There you go. And it's not affecting... I mean, what is going on here? Have you not got... You got the material instance? Yeah. What? That's the one I just... What? What's going on? Is there another... What is this? What is this? Oh, it's the wall. That's okay. We'll fix that. That looks a little better. Just a, you know, I'm okay with a little variation, but the level of variation that was there just felt quite distracting. Like, it didn't feel coherent. And speaking of distracting, this is very distracting. So we're gonna fix this immediately. And we're just gonna move this. Where is my mouse? Yeah. Oh no, still got some guys poking out. Again, not going to be super noticeable, but I just would rather be safe than sorry and just make this one coherent asset that just looks nice, so that when I'm setting up my shots, I don't have to be worried. We'll worry about this door later, but essentially it's just going to be boarded up. But yeah, it's looking good. Looking good. Actually, you know what? Let's switch up what we're doing with the directional light. Let's see if we can get some interesting... That's pretty cool. You can get some quite interesting in terms of behavior lighting coming through. And then if we go to cast, and it's very volumetric, so ray traced, if we enable this ray traced, and then if we increase this to some... Huh, what's going on? Something to do with the post-process. Guarantee you it's something this guy has done with his post-process volume. I don't know. Anyway, we'll do that when we're actually working on it, but essentially we'll be able to get some quite cool lighting casting through the windows, which will look very sweet. Okay, yeah, pretty happy with how this is looking. So let's create this little extension of the wood. Why is the wood doing that? Is it because I've got it set to ray traced? Yep, it's because I set it to ray traced. Why is ray trace doing this? What's going on? That's annoying. Okay, interesting. That's something for future me to worry about. Okay, we're just gonna go through and select all of this and rotate it up just a little bit so that it's not clipping. And then we will duplicate it and make sure that duplication covers the area properly. Okay, is it? Oh, I am missing some. I am missing some of these top ones. Still clipping? Yep. Cool. Okay, now we're just going to duplicate and let's see what we do. Let's see how we make this make sense. It's actually not that bad. Just looks like an extension was put on. So I'm actually not that upset with it. It looks actually not that bad at all. Looks like a bit of a fixer-upper, which is exactly what it is. So I am perfectly happy with it looking like that. Yep. We're not going to do the lighting for this part though, in this level. And the reason is our lighting is going to, our lighting of our main environment is going to play a part in the lighting. So I can't just do whatever I want here and expect it to work and keep going back and forth and going, okay, it looks a bit weird. Maybe I need to tweak this. Maybe I need to tweak that. That's just not efficient. Not efficient at all. So we will not be doing the lighting here, but we will be doing it in our main environment once we drop this into there. But that looks pretty good. It looks, I mean, it looks like shit, but that's the point. You know? It's looking not bad. Alright. And I've got some really cool plugins that will allow me to grow vines all over this thing. In fact, have I added it? No. Have I not added it? Oh, it's a tool. Crazy ivy. If I can't immediately find this, we'll do this another time. Maybe it's in plugins. Huh, it is on. Okay. Right. It's alright. I'll find the tutorial in my own time and then I'll show you guys what it does. But it's this procedural. Actually, you know what? Let me pull up the video of it because it's a pretty cool plugin. It essentially is able to procedurally grow ivy all over static meshes, which is really powerful. So let me find this video and show you guys. So this is the video. Check it out. So this is what it does. It just procedurally can do all of this. So you can set it up and then just hit go. And it just starts creating all of these really cool looks. And look at that. I mean, that's not far off from the structure of our cabin. So this is going to be sick. This is going to do a great job at just completely overgrowing the buildings and making them really, I mean, look at that. Look at that. So It's very cool. Yeah, I need to find the documentation on it, on how to actually use it. But pretty cool. Pretty cool. Right. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Is this... See, yeah, this is the issues. What is this like? This is its own blueprint. Okay, it's its own door. We'll need to figure that out some other time, but we need a bit of rebar to be blocking this. So I need to figure out a way. Which way did we have it? Yeah, that's another thing I'll need to figure out is which way did we have the door turning? I think we had it this way, which works because it means the rebar can be like this, blocking the handle from opening, which will be quite cool. So yeah, Yash, thank you so much for dropping by. I really appreciate it. It's good to talk to you. It's been a long time. We'll have to get all the people to play some games soon and do a proper catch up, even though it'll be virtual. But yeah, I hope you sleep well. It was really good talking to you, and have a good rest of your weekend. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty good. Let's now delete that. Let's delete our... Hey, you got a new laptop. Hell yeah. So you don't have to stick it in the freezer when it overheats. Hell yeah. That's great. I'm really glad to hear it. No, absolutely. We'll definitely have to do something. 100%. Sounds good. Okay, get rid of the lighting. Yeah, the ivy looks very cool. The ivy looks very cool. So, I'm looking forward to using it. What are these? I'm going to get rid of these because I don't know what they're doing. I don't trust them. Rooftop. There's a top? Oh! That's quite cool. That's something interesting. Yeah. Just organizing this right now, guys. Sorry. I gotta make sure this is all nice and organized. And it's not really. So, assets, table. Okay. Let's create a new folder. I'm gonna create a new folder. Or actually, I think we have to do it this way. So. Move to, create new folder. Abandoned cabin. Cool. All right, we got everything inside of there, and it all looks fine there. Cool. So we have it all set up now. So essentially, and it's on world origin, I believe. Let's test that it's on world origin. It's very important that it is, because wherever I drag this thing is where it's going to end up. That's world origin. Yep. Cool. All right, this is good to go. Let's hit save and let's find. Oh boy. Now comes the tougher bit of finding where the hell is my forest. Nope, it's not that one. This one? This one? Yep, it's this one. Cool. So let this open, and then we're going to put the cabin in, and we'll see what that all looks like. Yeah, the ivy is going to be huge because it's going to allow me to do. If you watch the first few survivors, I mean, one of the things you'll notice is there is a lack of vegetation growing over buildings, and it's because I didn't know how to do that. I learned how to do it in Blender, but I don't know how to do it in Unreal. I found this like free plugin, but I don't even think the plugin exists anymore for Blender. But then I saw this crazy ivy thing, and I was like, nice. We'll just use that now, which is great. Okay, so this has been representing the cabin for quite a while, so I'm excited to get rid of it and drop this guy in and just see what this looks like. Let's just see what it looks like. It might look a bit... Wow. Okay, it's a lot bigger. It's a... Whoa. Really? It feels massive. Okay, it is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. But that's fine. Just means we need to adjust our environment. It is no problem. Let's see what the front looks like. I mean, it's clashing through things right now. Oh, okay. We are floating. All right. We are going to hide the trees for now, just to make my life a little easier while I work on this. Don't mind that. I mean, it looks pretty cool in the environment. It feels a little big. It feels... I don't know, man. Like, I think this guy's scale is all off. Like, I think everything's scaled up a bit too much. Like, we had this issue at the beginning of the stream when I was looking at the chair, and I was like, there's no way a chair is that big. It made... Like, Laura's small, but she's not that small, you know? Yeah, look how she's minuscule. That is not scaled correctly. Come on. That's way too big. What happens if I do this? Oh, I can. So I can... Okay. I can scale it down. I just want it to make sense, you know? And then I can build the environment around it. But, like... This is ridiculous. This looks... insane. Okay, there's a bit of a step up, so... Yeah, okay. That's something we need to fix. Because we can't have a step up. Although you're not going to see this floor, so who gives a shit? You're not even going to see it. You're not even going to see it. So let's put her there. That looks better. In terms of scale. She's a kid. But she's not... She's 14. Like, she's not 8. If she was 8, I could understand her being minuscule, but she's 14. So, what have I got it at right now? And this is what it was before. Look how tiny she is. Look how tiny. Yeah, that's not right. That is not right. I don't know who did this cabin, but just a bit of advice. You've got to use things for reference for when you're scaling, and it's got to be correct, because everything is quite large in your cabin. That feels a little better. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. I'm alright with that. So let's adjust this accordingly. I'm not caring about how this affects the surrounding environment. I'm just focusing on what this looks like, and then we will go from there. Yep, okay. Alright, we are now going to enter landscape mode, and we are going to start sculpting. We're just going to start bringing the ground up. Let's make this a little smaller. Nice. That looks pretty cool. Looks pretty good. And then we just need to do the same here. I mean, this is what's great about the platforms, though, is it means I don't have to do it. I don't have to do it as crazy. Oh, that's a little bit on the big side. So, oh shit. There's my river. I think my river is messing this up. It's. Oh no. What happens if I do this? Okay. My river is not badly affected. Because I think it's preventing me from... Cool, that's fine. And then we need to come to our... I have not done this in a second, so I'm trying to remember how I did this. Reset. Cool. Has that broken anything here? No, it's fine. And then we bake it, and then we switch to baked sim. Cool. Alright, hopefully we can now come in here. No, we can't. Right, we will figure out something around that. In the meantime, let's make the rest of this work. That's okay. I'll make it work. I'll add some stuff here, like some rocks or things like that, you know? It's on a bit of a cliff's edge right now, isn't it? Let's make it a bit less of a cliff's edge. Let's flatten. And then sculpt and ramp it. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Nope. New. Go away. Smooth that out a bit. Cool. Oh, but this is a bit high now. Why has this moved up? Okay. That looks okay. Looks okay. I mean, we're not really going beyond here, so I'm not too concerned about the rest of this, but I do want to just try. Whoa. Let's paint. And let's get rid of this vegetation. I don't want you there. Nope. Go away. Please don't grow there. Nope. Just want dirt. Thank you. It's not doing what I want. Where is this cabin? Oh, it won't let me. No, that's not it. There we go. Whole area would be quite rocky. Whoa. Not that much. Yeah, definitely not that much. That was crazy. I was just trying to paint under it. Oh, have we got any plants poking through? Yes, we do. Let's make sure we get rid of these. Cool, so it's just like dum dum dum, bang, in here. Have our own environment. That's where the thing is. Run for the door, bang. Cool. now, before we can, we've got 2 more things. Dos más. So we're gonna. What the hell? Why is that so small? Okay. Here we go. There's these rocks. These big ass rocks that I want. Again, it's not going to be visible, but it might. That's my point. Is I might go, I want a wide shot. And if it looks like this cabin is levitating, then I've robbed myself of being able to do that. And I don't want that. I want to be able to have complete creative freedom to do the shots that I want, that I think are going to best serve this piece. So I don't want to shoot myself in the foot. So why are you spawning up there, man? Come on. Come on now. You're useless. Cool. All right, let's bring the trees back and let's see how bad this is. Pretty bad. So let's just get this done. This is our foliage, so that means we need to go into our foliage mode and we need to find all of our trees. We're going to select them, we're going to press tick, and we're going to click erase. And or we can do this. What's going on? Unless it's going to be an asshole. Don't do this. Oh no. Some of these look great, but I can't. It's my foliage. What? No. How did I do it before? Did I even do it before? I did do it before. I've done this before and I'm forgetting. I'm drawing blank. Come on, Sam, what did you do? This is not what I did. There's no way that's what I did. Oh. Uh-oh. Alright, I guess this is what we're doing. This isn't what I wanted to do, but I guess it's what I'm doing. No, there wouldn't be a tree there. Go. What? Now it won't let me... Okay, we're getting there. I'm probably going to call it after this, guys, after I clear these trees. I know I said I'd do mocap and stuff, but this is taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. So but it's okay because I did run into some issues with my retargeter. So that's something I can fix this week before the live stream, and then during the live stream we can have some fun together, making it look nice. And look, it lines up so well. Look at that. Actually not that bad in terms of trees. Thought it would be a lot worse. Hell yeah, guys. Oh no. Why's this happening? We've got to fix this. What's going on here? Why are you... What? What is this? This is a static mesh. Oh, it's a... Damn it. I don't know what I've done. Okay. I understand now. So, goodbye, and then goodbye, and then goodbye, and then goodbye. And now it should be... It's just the landscape. Okay, so now we go to landscape, go to this, and we shrink it down, go away. Honestly, might move this forward just a little. Feels a bit random for it to be that close to a wall. That's pretty good. I mean, I'll do some set dressing here, depending on the shot and what it looks like in the shot. Got a big gap here. Huge gap there. Okay, that needs fixing. Why is there such a huge gap there? What? Okay, hang on. We're going to do this really quickly, and then we can call it. I wish I wasn't this fussy, but I am. Oh, that's why. They're using an additional wood, because why not? Oh my days. Okay, this is frustrating. I'm just going to do this for now. Let's go back into the environment. Let's see what that looks like. Nice and updated. Looks good. Yeah, looks pretty cool. It's hella dark in here, but don't worry, we're going to sort that. This all looks good. Here's some cool, like, wet dirt marks. Good amount of trees surrounding it. I'm not seeing any random light leaks. Hell yeah. And once I put some ivy on this thing, I'll probably take some screenshots and post it on my Instagram. So do consider following me on Instagram for little bonus updates like that. But guys, thank you so much. This was almost 3 hours of live streaming. Hell yeah. That's a big achievement right there. That's another environment done. That's a whole sequence that happens inside that cabin, and that environment is now done. There's some exterior stuff I still need to tweak, but that won't take very long. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for being part of this live stream and hanging out. I have a new video out that went live earlier today. I reviewed the new Rococo Smart Gloves 2. If that sounds interesting to you, check it out. If not, no worries at all. But please do consider liking and commenting on it, as it does help the channel, and my end goal is to go full-time with this channel. So the more love and support I can get, the closer I can get to going full-time. And then once I'm full-time, I can dedicate all my time to making really cool movies for you guys. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. We hit 20,000 subscribers as well, which, just from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I know that's simple and short, but I genuinely can't find the words to truly express how thankful I am. You guys, your support means the world to me. I'm truly humbled that this many people thought my content was good enough to subscribe. So thank you everyone so much for the love and support. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. I've got lots of cool stuff on the way. 2026 is going to be a big year for this channel. And yeah, I hope you guys all have an incredible rest of your evening. I hope you all have an incredible Sunday. And until next time, in a bit, lads.